Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've started without you. I am just prepping. Don't worry, it's okay. We're going to make some UV resin jewelry. Quick, easy, beautiful, and well worth the little bit of time that's involved. So you guys seem to like the UV resin jewelry videos the best. I can tell. They tell me everything. So I went back to see what you guys like to watch, and this is it. So you are not going to want to miss this one. All I have done is taken my little molds here, and I have taken some clear hard type UV resin. I've just pre-filled some of these, and they are waiting. I'm curing them super hard. I put them on 5 minutes 2 times just because I did pour them deep, and I did all different sizes. So we're going to do them for quite a while. What are we going to put in them? Very simply, I have a ton of these little iridescent foils. I don't know what you call them, films. They're all different brands. They're from all different places. And I also have some in here. Some are thin, some are thick. They all don't do what I want to do. So I'm just going to take my heat gun. See, some of these were already done from whatever I did before, and some were not. So because I want different colors and different things, we're going to see which ones work and which ones don't. And then you guys know Debbie. If you don't know Debbie, stick around a few more days. Debbie will be back. She's had a lot going on, so she is coming back here in a couple days. Debbie did paint pours. Well, she does paint pours. I don't do paint pours. And you know what Debbie gave me? She gave me tons and tons of skins. Those of you who don't know what that is, it is her acrylic paint left over from doing her paintings. She pours it out onto a nonstick surface. I don't know, maybe like parchment paper or something. I'm not quite sure. I don't do paint pouring, but those of you who do paint pouring should have some of these. So she gave me a whole bunch of different colors from different paint pours. Look at this one. Look at the cells she got in that. So these are just like the extras. You know how I have extras for resin and I just pour it into molds? Well, she pours her extras, gets them really thin. We're going to cut some of these out, and we're going to use these in our jewelry. And some have different things on the front and the back. So you just have to kind of pick and choose. Look at this one, has glitter in it. I got her stuck on glitter because she was never a glitter girl until she met me. And look at all these, tons and tons and tons. This one's gorgeous. I think I've used this one in the past. And then some are small, some are big. So we will see. I made small and big in here today. So we're going to do half of them with paint skins, and we're going to do half of them with the foils. And those foils will change color. That's why I wanted to heat gun them. Oh, here's a black and white one. Look at that. Look at that beauty. So all we're going to do is pick which section. You put your little cabochon over whatever section, and we're going to cut it out. It's that simple. So stick around. I'm so excited. These are going to be beautiful. All you're going to do is take your foils. You're just going to have to test them because some work and some don't, like I said. So all I did was take my heat gun. This is my lower powered one. Now you do want something, because it's pretty flimsy, it's going to fly away, to put heavy on the side of it. And just heat it until it crackles like this. I'm just seeing if I can get a better crackle. And that's what's going to give us all of our color differences. Oh, it's doing it better. So I can see green, blue, and purple. And you want it flat, so if you have to, place something flat and heavy on it. But this one stayed pretty flat, so look at that. Green, blue, and purple when you heat it and get it all crackly effect. So we're going to hopefully, I'm just going to do a bunch of them, and then we'll look at them when I'm finished. This one's not doing it very good, but let's see if I can fuse a couple together. Get a couple different colors. I don't know if these two will or not. it worked. So those two fuse together, so you get a combination of colors. So we're definitely going to use that piece. Let's see, I have, this one is really, really, really thick. I've already tried it, it doesn't work. So I'm not going to use this piece. I don't know where I got these from. Like I said, I just grabbed them out of my drawer and I'm just going to try a bunch of them. And you can even leave parts like that undone and cut like half out. I think I'm going to try to get this one a little bit more. And we'll leave that part unfinished and maybe we can cut like, so you'll still get the iridescence of it, but you'll have like a pattern in there. Let's try this one. Again, try to keep them flat. We need them flat. So we're only going to use flat pieces, but that one looks really pretty. And then if you back them in black, you'll have a different effect. I'm not going to use them all, obviously, but it looks like some are already done, but I want some really pretty colors. This one's just silver. I wonder what that looks like. Well, it looks, well, this is just holographic, so yeah, that didn't look too good done. Let me pull out some of these. I've never used these, so let's see if these are gonna work. Oh, it looks like it's just the same stuff I have, just from a different place. I think I'm going to try to fuse this together with another one. Let's see what happens. It's kind of fused, but it's not fusing right there. But, no, it's going to come right off, so that's not really fused together. That kind of stinks, too, because I would love them to fuse together. This is another thing that I have. These are called Angelina fusible film. Oh, well, I wonder if it says fusible because it'll fuse together. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's put these two together. That one's Desert Sunset, and this one is Sugar Plum. Let's see if they fuse together. Yeah. Oh, is that pretty? Look at those colors together. But yeah, like I said, we need flat pieces. So let me get this stuff out of my way. I'm sure we have plenty. I didn't make a million pieces. So let me just move this stuff, move this. And we're going to get my pieces out. So for these, I didn't fill these all the way up because they were really deep. I did 2 of every one of them. So we'll do a film and then we'll do, see how clear they are? No bubbles in these things. You don't want any bubbles. You may end up getting bubbles after the fact. I did 2 earring size for posts. And this is going to make the colors pop beautifully. So I'm just going to pull all these out. Let's see if I can remember which ones I did. I did these. So we'll do half and half, except the earrings, they have to be a matching pair. I did a couple hearts, a couple teardrops. I think that's it. Oh no, I did some square ones. Oh gosh, I did more. We are going to be here for quite a while. I think that's all of them. It's so hard to see clear resin in these. Yeah, that's all of them. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So we want 1 of each, except the earrings. These need to be a set. And let's see. Those can actually be earrings too, but we'll make them a pendant today. All I'm gonna do is we'll take one at a time. And you kind of place it on your film where it's flat. And you trace around it. I just want to get a good flat spot. Hopefully, if not, we will have to try again with a different piece. So I'm not going to make you watch me trace all these. So just trace around it and cut it out on the inside of the line. I'm just going to cut that. Cut it out on the inside of the line because you don't want it to hang over your edge. And then fit it to your piece. And then once I have them all cut and ready, we will start adhering them. And it should look beautiful. So that's a little bit, oh, maybe not. It's almost just right. So it's almost too perfect. So I'm going to just trim that so it doesn't fit too perfect. I don't want it too perfect. Because you want to be able to have your resin come up over that edge to hold it in. And I'm going to do that same thing. I'll do it on a fast forward so you can kind of watch the process, but I'm going to do the same thing with the paint skins. Well, that's about where I want it. So I'm just going to put them there, do all of them, and then we'll come back and get them finished. that they're all cut. Now, I will tell you the heart one, I cut the one where I bonded it together and it came apart. So I used my liquid fusion that I use on my rhinestones, and I put a little tiny dot in the center just to hold them together. So hopefully that one works out. I have not done these in like 1,000 years, so we're going to trial and error together because I didn't practice. Like, I never practiced before, you guys. So I put one of them on this little mold, on a smaller mold, and it's just there to hold it up and level. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a drop of my UV resin, let it spread out a little bit. I think this is how I used to do them. Place your little piece of whatever you're using. Now there is a good chance we're going to get bubbles, and we'll just have to deal with that, but I can't see through it to try to get them out. So I'm just pressing it down, making sure it's everywhere. So we're just going to do one for now and make sure this is going to work before I do them all. So cross your fingers, guys. That was 2 minutes. Let's see what we have. Well, it's adhered and it came out so pretty. Now that's with black behind it, and that's with clear behind it. You could also do, let's see, let me find something white behind it. So depending on if you want to back them, you're going to get a completely different effect on what color. But I'm kind of partial to the black because I like the blue and the purple. I'm just going to set them aside as I'm done. We're going to do that later. So let's do another one, make sure it's going to work, and then I will get these all done really quickly. And then we'll work on the other ones, because I'm not going to do the other ones the same way because those paint skins are much heavier and they're not going to just lay on top. So we're going to get these finished. Just going to press it down. Oh no, see, if you put too much, like I just did, your UV resin. So I need to clean this off. This is why we're doing it together. I'm going to clean this off with a paper towel and some alcohol and start over. So that just means we put too much in the center because it's just going to drip down your edges and then you're going to ruin the piece. So be very aware of what's going on the sides. Whoops. I might have to buff this one out because I just dulled it up. And I don't have my buffing compound yet. I am ordering that. So I will do this one anyway, and then we'll buff it out when I get my compound in, and I'll show you how that works. So I'm just going to do a tiny drop this time, tiny. You do not want that to go over. Now, if you have to trim edges, you could still trim them with your scissors after it's finished. All right, I'm going to do that one for 2 minutes and see if I'm going to move on with the rest. It was 2 minutes and it is stuck and it is dull, but it would have been pretty. But instead of making you wait, let's try something. I've got a little sanding pad here. I'm going to just sand it and top coat it, even though it's on a curve. Let's see if it'll work with UV resin. Never done a curve with UV resin before. So this might be a good experiment for you guys who don't know how to fix things yet because you're still new. This is a good experience for me too because I have never top coated something round with UV resin. I've done it with epoxy. I'm just gonna do it in my hand, I think. And we're gonna drip it and coat it. Make sure you have gloves on, especially if you're allergic. And this might just work. I need just a tiny, tiny bit down these edges. I'm gonna do one more drop since it's okay if I do too much, it'll just go down onto my hand. Guys, this is an easy fix. That looks good. I'm just gonna put it on here. I don't want my hand burning with UV resin on my fingers. Gently get that off. I guess I could have done it on here as well. Maybe I'll try it. So I'm just gonna put one more drop. Let it drain down. You just have to check all your sides, because if they're not all done, you'll see the drip mark. Well, let's see what happens. That was 2 minutes. And it looks great. So forget about polishing it, guys. You could just top coat it. Look, it looks even better in black. But like I said, back it with whatever color you want. If you want it clear opal looking, just leave it clear. You'll even get a better opal with white on this one. So we're gonna go one by one. Well, I'm gonna go one by one when they're all finished and see what best on the back will do. So I'm gonna put you on a fast forward for the last 4, and then we'll move on to the paint skins. So apparently my finger didn't engage the camera. I'm sorry, you guys. So they are curing right now. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? And without the glove, with blue behind it. So that one is finished. What I did on some of these, I wish the camera was watching. I had them in my hand and I dripped the UV resin on and I spread it to the edges to make sure there wasn't too much, and then I laid the film on and just kind of went over it with this to make sure it was tapped down. And look at that. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. They are just gorgeous. I don't even see any bubbles. And this one is the purple. Oh my gosh, look at that. And when you move, this one doesn't show great without something behind it, but depends what look you're going for. Really, really pretty. And let's see the heart. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I should have done these a long time ago. These are gorgeous. Let's see what it, oh, my hand is black. Let's see what it looks like with white. Oh, I like the white. Love the white. So it's a totally different when you back it. Okay, so for the next ones, we are going to do it the opposite way. I'm going to grab this silicone so it doesn't stick. And what I'm gonna do is put the skin down first. Put a drop of resin in the center. Take this and drop it down, and you could see that the resin spread to the edges. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to cure it for a couple minutes and see how long it takes. So while I'm waiting, I just want to show you what I'm doing. I just picked these ones up that are finished, and if there was anything sticking out around the edge, I took my scissors and just cut it off. Easy enough. There was a couple of spots. I didn't get it perfectly centered, so I'm just going to trim what I need to trim. And then all we need is the back coat Oh, this is the one that I top coated. So all we need is a back coat and the flat back clasp. Okay, that was 2 minutes. Let's see what we got. Is it on? It is on, you guys. Look at that gorgeousness. Nobody would ever know that it is that easy. You guys can sell these for so much money. These will be amazing. Now you just got to get your hands on some paint skins. But if you don't have paint skins, then just use that film. It is gorgeous. And I'm just trimming around the edges. That's it. These ones, I'm still going to back coat, but I will do it probably, well, maybe I'll do it in black just to cover that up so everybody doesn't know it's a paint skin in the back. Or maybe I'll paint them black first and then top coat with clear. That would be easier because UV resin does not work that great on black. All right, so pick the side. Which side did I like? I think it was this side. Going to take a drop. Put it down and press. Press till you see it got to all the edges, and it's penetrating from through the clear, not necessarily, it can't penetrate from behind. So let's just get that done. And then I'm going to do the rest of them, and then we'll start back coating. So this is where they're at. They're all resined, and then I took out my black acrylic paint, just a random acrylic paint. Painted the backs of everything, actually. After I painted these, I was going to come back and back coat those, and I'm like, why don't I just paint everything black? Because I wanted them all black anyway. So that's what I did. So these are drying. So let's look at the finished product. Here is the heart. Gorgeousness. And then we're going to put bails on all of these. So the teardrop, look at that thing. Oh my gosh, I love them. Let me move these over. Here is the other. Now I did get a little bit of paint on the sides, so I'm just wiping it off as I see it because it was on my gloves, so it comes right off. Look at that one. I'll get you guys some close-up shots of these. These are so pretty. And then, oh, more black paint. Let me get it off so we can see it properly. You would never know that's all we did to make these. And then the two earrings. I tried to get them to match the best I could. This one needs washed off. So this one's got the black and the blue, and this one's got more blue, but a little bit of black. And then I got to get the paint off the sides. Hang on. And then I sealed them all in with UV resin on the back already. So that's why they were under the light. And then we'll put a post on these earrings and let them dry overnight. I just glue those on with E6000. So there's the other earring. So, whoops. I did find a couple. Where did it go? Here it is. Look at that one. That was the light purple one. Look at what the black does to it. It is amazing. So we'll look at all of them, and then I will go ahead and back coat them on a fast forward. Here is the blue, green, purple. So if you're wearing them as jewelry or whoever, they're going to change color as the person moves. Look at that one. They are so pretty. Whoops, need them upside down. And you could put them on silicone. Actually, I'm going to put them on silicone so they don't scratch their surface on that plastic that has resin all over it. Look at that one. Oh, I got a black spot to get off there, but so pretty. Let me grab a towel. And it comes right off. It's just acrylic paint. And then one more. That one. And then I saved two. These two, I found these pendants, I guess you would call them. And this one, all I did was paint it black. I didn't back coat it because it doesn't need it. I'm going to glue it with E6000 into there. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this black one, I'm going to glue it into here. And then I pulled two more out. I have this one for this one. And, oh, I guess I don't need to back coat that one either. And this is a teardrop, and a teardrop, this one actually fit in there. Sometimes they don't fit, and this one fits pretty well. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. So I don't need to back coat that one. So those are done. Let me grab my E6000. So I only need to back coat 3 of them. And then we'll let these dry. And this will probably hold it in here forever. Okay. You could put it in here or on the back, it doesn't matter. Look at that. I can't believe what a difference that purple was. You could barely see the purple in it when it was clear. And then this black and white one will go in here. There we go. Looks good. I'm gonna just let those dry. And this one, now that I look at it, I can still see the edge. So I'm not going to use that. I will put a bail on this one. It's not perfect. Some of those things do not come made for these. I don't know why. So all I did was put a little drop of UV resin on. Use my scribe, just like I'm coating a coaster or something. It is a little tricky and fiddly because they're small, but they're well worth it. And if it drips over, don't cure it, wipe it. Otherwise you will be sanding like I was sanding the other one. All right, I usually just hold it under for a minute and then stick it on the silicone, now that my glove just hit that. Or you can get your little mold back out and lay them in there. I was doing that as well. You could just stick it on your mold, a smaller one. Make sure it's level and cure it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these ones done and then we'll put the bails on. So for the ones that don't fit in those things, I have the flat back bales. I have 3 different shapes. I'm not sure if they come in any other shapes. I have the round, the heart shaped, and then this is for tiny little ones that are thin and long, which a lot of these will be. So these are what we're going to use. I have one last curing in there. So now before that, if you have any that come out sticky, I had 1 or 2 that were still sticky, even though they all cured at the same time. All I did was take them to the kitchen sink, washed them really quickly with soapy water. It only took a second. Dried them off and they are perfectly fine. So now we're just going to put the bales on them and make sure I don't need to top coat anything. Now you can take like a nail file, because I see this one wasn't perfectly round. And then just test whichever bale you want. So this one I can use a round one. And I'm just going to, whoops, put a little bit of glue on the bale. You don't need a lot. Place it on the back and press it down. Now, since these don't have an up or a down, it doesn't make a difference. But if it did have an up or a down, you want to look at the front and you want to make sure that it's exactly where you want it, that it was straight. And then I flip mine over and I just let them dry. That's how I do them. So I'm just going to do all of these and then we'll come back for the final reveal. They're all done, and there you have it. This was the easiest resin jewelry you have ever made. This one gave me a hard time though. I had to top coat it 2 times. And top coating it 2 times actually was a good thing because then it fit perfectly in this clasp. So I just glued it in. It looks great now. So there's one. Here's the black and white. Again, I will get you some stunning pictures of them. This one, the blue and or the purple and the green, and these are still drying, so I'm going to be careful, and I'm going to have to wash them again because I have stuff on my thing. There's a little glue on there, but that'll come right off when it's dry. So there's the brown and black and white. Gonna flip them back over. The heart clasps fit perfectly on the heart ones. Obviously, it just fits right into that little dip. The other heart one. These will be available on eBay. So if you want any of them, get them while they are there. Here's that really pretty one. This blue, green, purple one. And then these 2. And for the earrings, I just glued on the post, as you could see. I don't know if you could see it. The post, and when they're completely dry, I'll put the backing on them and they'll go on a little card. But here are the 2 earrings that are gonna go. I'm gonna put the earrings with the matching, is it this one? Nope. The earrings and the pendant are going to go together as a set since I cut them all out of the same paint skin. And there you have it, you guys. Another video down. Go wild with this. Show me what you're doing on Facebook. That would be awesome. These are going to sell like crazy, and they are not going to realize how easy they were for you to make. All right, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Did you notice my new time is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard? I'm not making those of you in the U.S. wait till 9 p.m. anymore. So start looking for my videos at 6 p.m. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye, everyone.